Today I'm gonna rank FNAF fan games by their difficulty. And I'm gonna rank them from easy to insane. So let's start with the Joy of Creation. Now, before anything, this is based on my personal experience. And I'm saying this because most of the people that played this did beat it pretty fast. But then there's me on the other hand. I'm not kidding, it took me almost 6 hours to beat it. You're probably asking why. Well, first of all, because I'm trash. But the thing about this game is that over time it gets harder. More animatronics appear and you know, it becomes more stressful. It took me a long time to understand that the animatronics attack in order, so you kind of can repeat a cycle and beat the game. But by the time I understood that, man, I was so exhausted that I was fumbling so much. So personally for me, it gets hard. Most people would probably not agree with me. The Joy of Creation Reborn. Since we're talking about Joy of Creation, I wanted to mention this game. It's a very old game but still holds up. The gameplay is different. Here you need to collect posters and you have a timer. If your time runs out, you lose. You can still collect the posters, but it's already too late. It's not even gonna count. No! So why even try anymore? This game can be hard, but it's kind of mixed. Like, it's either you scavenge through the whole place and don't find the posters, or the animatronics catch you. But overall, I think it gets medium difficulty. FNAF Juniors. I loved playing this game. It was very unique. Instead of closing doors and trying to survive all of the animatronics, here was actually one animatronic that was haunted. You had to look through the cameras and find hints to understand who is the possessed animatronic. In the meantime of doing that, you would have to fix the other animatronics, so you don't get jump scared by them. If you couldn't identify the possessed animatronic, you would get jump scared.
I just can't do it. I can't take it.
But if you chose correctly, you win. The final night was different. Everyone gathers to take you down, and after all of that, the animatronics merge into one, creating the mangle. And I was literally like the final boss, which I was doing wrong throughout almost the entire thing. But eventually I beat it. So if you're not stupid like me, you'll probably beat the game faster. So therefore, I'm gonna put it at medium difficulty. The Five Nights at Candy's franchise. I like this franchise. I played the first one, but I didn't play the other ones. So first of all, to remember something from the first one, I replayed it. But I have beaten the remastered version like 5 years ago. So now I played the older version because why not? And I kid you not, I beat it first try. No deaths, man. I'm just crazy. I'm him. Honestly, it was easy. I even beat night 5 with the penguin in my office. And it was kind of funny because he was actually helping me. Well, it was like 50-50 most of the times. He was just closing random doors. But I'm gonna put it at easy. Five Nights at Candy's 2. Guess what? I beat the game with no deaths again.
What? That's what I'm talking about! That's where he's the goat!
But yeah, honestly, I was literally sleeping through most of the nights. Like, I was daydreaming because of how boring it was. You just had to flash a light if someone is in front of you, lure them into a room with the phone, and sometimes you'll hear something destroying a vent. So just use the phone to scare him. That's it. This game was actually very easy. Well, at least for me. I don't know, I might be built different. Five Nights at Candy's 3. Now here was a bit different. I got jump scared quite a bit of times in the beginning because I didn't understand the rat mechanics that much. Like, I was doing them wrong 3 times in a row. That's what happens when you don't read anything. But after finally understanding, I didn't die until like 3 nights later. And the only thing that changed between those nights is that this cat appeared, which was pretty easy to counter. You just need to flashbang him. Then I come to night 6, where you meet this guy called Vinny. And he's like the rat, but better. Here I died 1 time, but honestly, I don't think I deserved it. Like, I was doing it correctly. Watch this. What do you think, guys? Is this guy cheating?
Controller player!
Hey, call the ref. But anyway, since this game gave me a little bit more problems than the other ones, I'm gonna put it at medium. Shadows Awaken. Another game about finding voices in creepy haunted places. Man, why are we doing this? But yeah, the objective of this game is concentrating so much that your blood vessels explode. But at least you hear music, which works as a direction to lead you the right way to find the voice. After finding the spirit, you hear a goofy owl laugh, and that's That's it. Basically, you need to do this for the rest of the game. Problem is, you get chased by this 8-foot creature who apparently can't walk, but he can teleport. In this game, there's this mechanic called anxiety, which is triggered by being near this guy or being in dark rooms. If it reaches a high level, you die. But don't worry, you can flashbang the centipede, that's his name by the way, to make him disappear. That's just great. There's nothing more to the game, right? Wrong. Later in the game, every light bulb explodes. And remember what I told you, your anxiety increases. It can't get much worse than this, right? The centipede can now turn invisible. I didn't beat the game, but I will definitely put it at hard. It's possible, but not probable. Ultra Custom Night, a FNAF game with more than 800 animatronics. The game is similar to Ultimate Custom Night, since it's customizable and you choose the values of the animatronics. Now this is a bit subjective, since you can basically choose the difficulty of your night. But let's just think for a second. If you put everything at 20, you can't beat it. It's literally impossible. Like I tried, you only survive for like 1 millisecond. Even if you put every animatronic at the value 1, you still can't beat it. It's just too much animatronics to remember. I think this game is easily insane. Freddy's Reanimated. I remember playing this and well, there was a couple things that made the game harder that I didn't like. One of them is that you had to navigate on your cameras one by one. So basically if you wanted to go to camera 7, you would have to go through the whole camera system. This paired with the game mechanics makes it quite a challenge. You see, most of the work is done in the cameras. Basically you had to flash like 4 animatronics and keep track of Bonnie. That's a lot of stuff. On top of that, at the end of the night you had to fix a problem and you had to do this minigame where you had to slowly fix stuff. And I mean very slowly. But Bonnie was there terrorizing you, so you had to quickly look at him so he goes back. I died 28 times throughout the game, half of them were in this minigame, but the ending was honestly kind of wholesome. I think I deserved that after I got jump scared so much. This game was stressful, so for me it gets hard. Weird mobile port. This is kind of a unique game from the rest. It's supposed to look like you got a virus on your computer or something. Like the animatronics look weird, to say the least. This is what I have to say about this game. There's 2 parts that I would divide it. The first part is pretty easy. It's kind of weird that you can only close 1 door. This place is probably too poor to afford the power for 2. But the second part, I couldn't beat it. Like, it was kind of confusing. All of the animatronics do the Dragon Ball Z transformation and turn into one entity that goes absolutely wild. Like, he jump scares you out of nowhere and nothing seems to work on him. I tried to close the door on him, I tried to flashbang him and nothing. But I've seen some people do it.
Yes! Yes!
So I guess if you have luck on your side, you can definitely do it. I will put the game at medium. FNAF Urbex. This is a free roam FNAF game where you run from the man himself, William Afton. Your objective in this game is finding ghost signals or something like that with this weird looking device. Also a fun thing, this game uses your microphone, which was very entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's do a test. I was joking! But honestly, all you have to do is not scream and don't go to a straight 1v1 with Springtrap. Like, it's that simple. After that, you just need to find the signals and get out. Should I make a run? Let's run for it! I did it! You got beat, William! I would say it's easy compared to the other games. One night at Freddy Fazbear's. I played this FNAF fan game recently, and it's like a FNAF 1 remake that's scarier. And also weird things happen out of nowhere. One thing that I discovered, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to read this. Do you see this? Do you see this? For some reason the hints are turned off when you start the game. So I kept getting jump scared by Golden Freddy, who has a pretty complicated mechanic, which you definitely aren't gonna find out by yourself. But knowing this, and knowing how the other animatronics work, I'd put this game in medium. FNAF Rewritten 87. This is a FNAF 2 remake that I recently played, and most of the game's mechanics are similar to the original FNAF 2, but some changed. Like, for example, you have to flash Toy Freddy on the cameras so he doesn't destroy your breaker box. What kind of mechanic is that, bro? But overall, this game is more of a slow-paced one, since the animatronics actually give you time to react and don't just teleport in front of you. So I will put the game in medium, I think. Creepy Nights at Freddy's. Oh man, this game gives me good memories. The times when I watched my favorite YouTuber playing it. It's a FNAF 1 remake, but it's free roam, and it's more realistic since the 400-pound animatronics are actually slow, besides Freddy and Foxy. But yeah, the problem in this game is that you rely quite a lot on RNG, like the animatronics can get a bit too quirky and can stay at the door for 30 minutes, so you need to leave the office to save power. How does it work? Well, you see, when Freddy comes near, he punches the door, draining power, but if you run to the dining area, he will also run to the dining area, therefore not draining power. If you don't do this, it's pretty much game over for you. You'll have like 0% power at 4 AM, but it's also risky doing this because Body and Chica can make it quite hard to return to the office, so the game gets medium. FNAF 2 Reimagined, a Roblox FNAF 2 remake. This game has two parts. In the first one, it's very similar to FNAF 2, where you're in your office doing all of the stuff, but the second part is the one that's more unique. Your objective here is to free the spirits of the animatronics while you get chased by William Afton. So you need to carefully move room to room, listening. If you hear a weird noise, that means that William is patiently waiting to surprise you. So just wait. And then you need to go to specific rooms where the animatronics are to free their spirit. So overall, I'm gonna put the game at medium. You know, I died a couple times, but at least I beat the game after a while. FNAF Simulator. Ever wanted to know how it feels to play as the animatronics? This game is literally that. I like this game quite a lot. Like, there was so many FNAF games and characters that you could play with. Also, each of them had special abilities to make it easier jumpscaring the security guard. The gameplay is kind of simple. If you manage to jumpscare the guard, you get money, which you can buy characters with. Pretty simple, right? But I don't think this was made to be a difficult game. It's more of an experience rather than a challenge. So I'm gonna put it at easy. So that was the tier list. Sorry if it wasn't enough games, you know, but who knows? Maybe I'll make a part 2? I don't know. Tell me what you think about this in the comments, because I'm ranking this by my experience. Some people probably had different experiences, you know. If you have any video suggestion you want me to make, just comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!